Most people will never reach their full potential. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they are trapped, chained by fear, doubt, and excuses. But not you. You are here because you feel it. The pull, the hunger, the fire inside that refuses to die. The truth is, the world was built by people no smarter than you. The difference? They took action. They took control. And that's exactly what you're about to do. This isn't just another motivational video. This is a blueprint for breaking free. A system for rewiring your mind, taking back your power, and stepping into the life you were meant to live. But only if you have the discipline to watch until the very end. Because somewhere in these words is the key that will change everything for you, if you're willing to take it. So stay locked in. Don't blink. Don't look away. By the time this ends, you'll never think the same way again. Let's begin. Lesson 1. The world was built by people, no smarter than you. Step 1. Erase the myth. You have been lied to. From the moment you were old enough to understand language, you were conditioned to believe that those who built the world were somehow superior, more intelligent, more gifted, more destined for greatness than you, that their minds worked in ways yours never could. But that is a fabrication designed to keep you in line. Every law, every invention, every empire, built by flawed, insecure, fearful humans who simply chose to act rather than question whether they were worthy. Their only advantage? They didn't ask for permission. If you want power, if you want freedom, if you want to build something that lasts, the first thing you must destroy is the idea that you are inferior, because you are not. Step 2. Kill the excuses. How many times have you thought about doing something great, only to talk yourself out of it? I don't know enough. I don't have the resources. I wasn't born into the right family. I'm not as smart as them. Tell me, when did intelligence become a requirement for domination? Look at history. Some of the most powerful men were not geniuses. They weren't the most educated. They weren't the best. They were simply the boldest. They saw the same obstacles you see and walked through them anyway. And now, you live in a world shaped by their decisions. A world that follows their rules. A world that keeps you exactly where they want you to be. On the sidelines, doubting yourself, obeying the system they built. Do you think they worried about what you think of them? Number. So, why do you waste your time worrying about what they think of you? Step 3. Realize no one is coming to save you. You can wait. You can wait for inspiration. You can wait for the perfect moment. You can wait for someone to give you permission. But while you wait, someone else is taking action. No one is going to hand you a throne. No one is going to force you to seize your destiny. No one is going to give you anything unless you take it. The harsh truth: you are either the builder of your own empire or a prisoner in someone else's. This is your wake-up call. This world was not built by gods. It was built by people who had no more intelligence, no more resources, and no more certainty than you. So what are you going to do? Stay asleep? Or finally step into the reality that this world is yours for the taking? The choice is yours. Lesson 1 ends here. Your life begins now. Lesson 2. You are the hero of your movie. Step 1. Wake up. You are not an extra in someone else's story. Look around you. The people you admire. The ones you envy. The ones who have built something extraordinary. They weren't handed the lead role in life. They took it. And you? You've been acting like an extra in someone else's movie. Just another face in the background, watching as the main characters make decisions, take risks, and build the world you live in. But here's the truth. Nobody is coming to make you the hero. No director is stepping in to rewrite your script. No producer is casting you for greatness. No one is writing the perfect moment for you to rise. It's up to you to take control. This is your story. So why the hell are you waiting for permission to live it? Step 2. Rewrite the script. Right now, your life is being dictated by the script you've been given. The expectations, the rules, the limitations imposed on you by society, by family, by fear. They told you to play it safe. They told you to follow the script. They told you that you don't have what it takes, and you believed them. But let me ask you, if your life was a movie, would you watch it? Would you sit there, captivated, inspired, moved? Or would you turn it off, bored out of your mind because nothing ever happens? The heroes you admire, they had the same fears, the same doubts, the same uncertainties. The difference? They didn't let the script dictate their fate. They rewrote it. And you must do the same. Because if you don't, your story will end exactly the way it started. Safe, predictable, and forgettable. Step 3. Face the darkness. Every hero does. Every great movie, every legendary story has a turning point. The moment where the hero is tested, broken, beaten down. The moment where they have to decide whether to rise or surrender. This is that moment for you. You will be tested. You will suffer. You will have nights where you feel like giving up. But that's what makes a hero a hero. The difference between the ones who win and the ones who stay forgotten is not talent. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's the ability to stand in the darkness, stare into the abyss, and keep moving forward. That's the moment when your movie becomes legendary. Step 4. Act like the hero. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Now, a hero doesn't wait for a perfect opportunity. They create one. A hero doesn't fear failure. They use it. A hero doesn't ask for permission. They take what's theirs. Stop hesitating. Stop waiting. Stop thinking and start doing. From this moment forward, you are no longer a spectator. You are no longer the side character in someone else's film. This is your story. This is your moment. So take the damn lead and make the world remember your name. Lesson 2 ends here. Your legend begins now. Lesson 3. Never lie to yourself. Step 1. Face the mirror. No more illusions. Look at yourself. Really look. Strip away the excuses, the justifications, the self-deception. Who are you? Not the version you tell people. Not the version you pretend to be. The raw, unfiltered truth. Most people live in denial, hiding from their weaknesses, avoiding their failures, refusing to acknowledge the ugly truths about themselves. And that's why they stay weak. That's why they never change. Because growth begins with truth, and truth is brutal. So let's stop pretending. Let's cut the nonsense. Where are you failing? Where are you lying to yourself? If you're broke, admit it. If you're weak, admit it. If you're lazy, admit it. If you keep making the same mistakes over and over again, admit it. Because until you own the truth, you will never have the power to change it. Step 2. Kill the lies before they kill you. Lying to yourself is poison. I'm fine where I am. No, you're not. You know you want more. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is a graveyard for weak minds. It's not my fault. It always is. You are responsible for your life. I'm trying my best. Are you? Or are you just making excuses? Every lie you tell yourself makes you weaker. Every excuse builds a prison around your potential. And the worst part? The more you lie, the more you believe it. You trap yourself in a false reality, where mediocrity is acceptable, where failure is just bad luck, and where you are forever a victim of circumstances. But deep down, you know the truth. And if you don't confront it now, life will force you to, in the worst way possible. So face it now, while you still have time to change. Step 3. Take ownership. Total, ruthless responsibility. You are responsible for everything in your life. Not society, not your parents, not the government, not your past, not your circumstances. You. If you're out of shape, you made choices that led there. If you're broke, you made choices that led there. If you're stuck in life, you made choices that led there. And that's the best news you'll ever hear. Because if you created your current reality, that means you can change it. You are not powerless. You are not a prisoner. You are in control. But only if you stop lying to yourself. The moment you own your failures, your weaknesses, and your mistakes, that's the moment you take your power back. Step 4. Build a new standard. No more lies, no more excuses. From this moment forward, you tell yourself the truth. No matter how painful. If you fail, you admit why. If you waste time, you acknowledge it. If you feel lost, you don't pretend to have it all figured out. Truth over comfort. Growth over ego. Most people will never do this. They will protect their illusions until the day they die. But not you. You will be different. Because you are done living in lies. You are done making excuses. You are done hiding from reality. From today onward, you hold yourself to a higher standard. A brutal, unwavering, unbreakable standard. No more pretending. No more running. No more weakness. Only truth. Because the truth will set you free. Lesson 3 ends here. Your transformation begins now. Lesson 4. What's in your mind today will be your future. Step 1. Understand the law. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Look around you. Everything you have, everything you don't, everything you are. It all started as a thought. Your mind is the architect of your destiny. Every belief, every fear, every ambition, it's shaping the reality you live in. The people who succeed, they understand this. The ones who fail, they don't. The truth is, your future is already being written, not in some distant, mystical way, but by what you think right now. So the question is, what are you feeding your mind? Step 2. Identify the poison. Your mind is a battlefield. Most people are slaves to their thoughts. They let doubt, fear, and negativity pollute their future. I'll never be successful. I'm not good enough. Life is unfair. I wish things were different. And then they wonder why their lives never change. These thoughts, they're viruses. They infect your mind, cripple your actions, and lock you into a future of failure. So what's running through your mind on a daily basis? Is it strength or weakness? Action or excuses? Growth or stagnation? Because whatever is in your mind today will manifest in your life tomorrow. Step 3. Take control. Reprogram your mind before it's too late. Your mind is not your master. You are the master. And if you don't take control of your thoughts, someone else will. Society will. The weak-willed masses will. And they will program you for mediocrity. But you must be different. You must become ruthless about what you allow inside your mind. Replace doubt with conviction. Replace excuses with action. Replace fear with certainty. Replace self-pity with self-discipline. Every time a weak thought creeps in, destroy it. Replace it with something stronger. Because your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest weakness. Step 4. Build the future in your mind. First, the powerful have always known this secret. You must see it before you can seize it. If you want power, you must think like a king before you wear the crown. If you want wealth, you must think like the rich before you have a dollar to your name. If you want success, you must think like a winner before you ever see victory. You don't wait for results to start believing. You believe first, because the mind moves before the body follows. This is not some vague New Age nonsense. This is how reality works. Your mind shapes your actions. Your actions shape your habits. Your habits shape your future. So, what's in your mind right now? Strength or weakness? Hope or despair? Power or submission? Choose wisely, because whatever it is, you are becoming it. Lesson 4 ends here. Your future begins now. Lesson 5. Always remain certain of where you're heading. Step 1. Clarity is power. The lost will always be weak. Look around. Most people are drifting, floating through life with no direction, no purpose, no control. They wake up, go to work, scroll their phones, waste their time, and repeat. They don't know what they want. They don't know where they're going. They don't even realize they're lost. But you will be different. Because those who lack direction become pawns in someone else's game. And you're not here to be a pawn. You are here to be the master of your fate. So tell me, where are you going? If you don't have an answer, you've already lost. Step 2. Burn the bridges. Commit or be forgotten. The reason most people fail? They hesitate. They second guess. They change paths. They waste time asking, what if? While others are already miles ahead. You don't get to the top by wandering. You get there by committing. So burn the bridges behind you. Stop leaving escape routes. Stop keeping one foot in and one foot out. Decide what you want and pursue it like your life depends on it. Because it does. Step 3. Ignore the noise. Not everyone deserves to be heard. The moment you choose your path, the voices will come. That's too risky. What if you fail? Maybe you should play it safe. Weak minds project their fear onto others. They hate seeing someone rise while they remain stuck. But you silence them. You do not explain yourself to those who have already surrendered. You move forward while they stay behind. Because the ones who reach the top, they never let the opinions of the weak decide their fate. Step 4. Stay the course. Discipline over emotion. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when the path seems unclear, when the world tries to shake your certainty. That's when most people break. But not you. You remain unshaken. Because the secret to dominance is this: your emotions do not dictate your actions. Your discipline does. Weak minds quit when they feel tired. Strong minds push forward regardless. You don't stop when you're tired. You don't stop when you're discouraged. You don't stop when it gets hard. You stop when you're done. And by then, you've already won. Step 5. Set the target. Lock the vision. Execute without hesitation. Life is a battlefield. If you don't have a target, you will become one. So set the vision. See it with absolute clarity. Lock onto it like a predator hunting its prey. Then execute, ruthlessly. No second guessing. No looking back. No waiting for the right time. Because the future belongs to those who are certain. So make your decision. Set your course. And never stop moving forward. Lesson 5 ends here. Your path begins now. Lesson 6. Visualize the inputs. Step 1. Stop worshiping the outcome. Focus on the process. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants power. Everyone wants freedom. but few ever get it. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack opportunity, but because they are obsessed with the destination and blind to the journey. They dream of wealth, but ignore the discipline. They fantasize about strength, but skip the training. They admire the successful, but refuse to endure the suffering. But you will think differently. Because while the weak worship the outcome, the powerful master the inputs. Step 2. What you feed your mind is what you become. Your mind is a machine. It processes whatever you put into it. Garbage in, garbage out. Greatness in, greatness out. So what are you feeding it? Are you consuming mindless entertainment or wisdom? Are you scrolling through distractions or sharpening your craft? Are you absorbing weakness or reinforcing strength? Every book you read, every conversation you have, every thought you entertain, it's programming you. And if you don't take control of what enters your mind, someone else will. Step 3. See the actions, not just the results. The problem with most people? They visualize the dream, but ignore the work. They want the $1 million lifestyle, but can't even wake up early. They want the physique, but refuse to suffer under the weights. They want power, but lack the discipline to command themselves. Stop dreaming about the finish line and start obsessing over the steps that get you there. Don't just visualize success. Visualize the sweat. Don't just see yourself winning. See yourself training. Don't just picture the reward. Picture the sacrifice. Because if you can't fall in love with the process, you will never hold the prize. Step 4. Reverse engineer your future. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, ask, what does success look like daily? What habits create that success? What inputs lead to that reality? You must reverse engineer your future. Break it down into daily, repeatable actions. Want wealth? What does a wealthy person do every day? Want strength? How does a strong person train, eat, and think? Want mastery? How does a master move through the world? The answers are there. You just have to live them. Step 5. Become the architect of your mind and actions. Every moment, you are making a choice. To grow or to stagnate. To move forward or to remain the same. To embrace discipline or to surrender to comfort. There's no neutral. You are either building yourself up or tearing yourself down. So what's the input today? If you want to be strong, train. If you want to be wise, read. If you want to lead, command yourself first. The future is not built on wishes. It is built on inputs. Control them, or be controlled. Lesson 6 ends here. Your discipline begins now. Lesson 7. Become fearless. Step 1. Understand fear. It's a lie. Fear is not real. It exists only in your mind. An illusion designed to keep you weak, to keep you in chains, to keep you obedient to a system that was never built for you to win. They tell you to be careful. They tell you to play it safe. They tell you to avoid risk, avoid pain, avoid failure. And so you hesitate. You overthink. You let fear paralyze you while others take what they want. But what has fear ever done for you? Has it made you stronger? Has it made you richer? Has it made you powerful? No. It has only stolen time, stolen opportunity, stolen the life you could have had. And the worst part? You let it. Step 2. Fear will never go away. So stop waiting. Most people think courage means not feeling fear. They wait to take action until they feel ready, until the fear disappears. But fear never leaves. It waits. It lingers. And the longer you wait, the stronger it becomes. Fear is like a parasite. It feeds on your hesitation. Every second you wait, it grows. Every excuse you make, it tightens its grip. And that's why weak people never move. They think they need to feel fearless before they act. But the truth? Fearlessness comes after action, not before. So stop waiting. Move. Step 3. Kill the fear before it kills you. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who are controlled by fear. Those who control fear and use it as fuel. The first group? Slaves. Their fear owns them. It dictates their choices. It keeps them small, weak, and replaceable. The second group? Kings, warriors, masters. They feel the same fear but dominate it. They use it to sharpen their instincts, to heighten their awareness, to propel them forward while everyone else retreats. You have to make a choice. Stay a slave to your fears or become something greater. If you choose power, here's what you do. Attack fear immediately. The moment it shows up, move. Don't give it time to grow. Do what scares you every day. Build the muscle of action until fear no longer controls you. Never retreat. Fear is like a wild animal. It senses weakness. If you hesitate, it gets stronger. If you advance, it crumbles. Fear dies when you stop running. Step 4. Turn fear into fuel. The weak use fear as an excuse. I can't do it. I might fail. What if it goes wrong? The strong? They use fear as a weapon. I feel fear, so I know this is the right path. If it scares me, it means growth. Fear is my signal to move forward. Every time you push through fear, you become stronger. Every time you let fear win, you become weaker. Your choice, growth or stagnation, power or submission. Step 5, conquer or be conquered. There is no in-between. You either dominate your fear or it dominates you. You either control your life or your fear controls it for you. You either act despite fear or you die full of regrets. So tell me, who do you choose to be? Because the ones who rise, the ones who lead, the ones who leave their mark on this world, they were scared too. They just refused to bow to fear. And from this moment forward, so will you. Lesson 7 ends here. Your war against fear begins now. Lesson 8. You create your own luck. Step 1. Destroy the illusion of luck. Luck is a lie. It's the excuse of the weak. The desperate attempt of those who refuse to take control of their own lives. They see someone rise, someone succeed, someone dominate, and they whisper, "They got lucky." No, they weren't lucky. They were prepared. They moved when others hesitated. They took risks when others played it safe. They sacrificed when others refused to suffer. Luck? It's just opportunity, meeting preparation. And if you don't prepare, if you don't position yourself for opportunity, if you don't put in the work, then yes, you'll stay unlucky. But it won't be bad luck. It'll be your fault. Step 2. Stop wishing. Start creating. The weak wish for luck. I hope I get that opportunity. I hope things work out for me. I hope someone gives me a chance. The strong create their own opportunities. They position themselves to win. They make their own chances. They don't wait for doors to open. They kick them down. So, are you waiting for the universe to hand you success? Or are you taking control and forcing success into existence? Step 3. Build the conditions for luck. The people who seem lucky all have one thing in common. They stack the odds in their favor. They stay ready. So when opportunity comes, they don't hesitate. They master their craft. So when their moment arrives, they are undeniable. They take risks. So when fortune favors the bold, they're the ones standing at the front. And you? What are you doing? Are you preparing every day, sharpening your skills, expanding your knowledge, building your network? Or are you sitting on the sidelines, hoping that someday luck will choose you? Because let me tell you the truth. It won't. Step 4. Take more shots. Increase your odds. Here's another secret. The more moves you make, the luckier you get. The person who applies to 100 jobs gets lucky and lands one. The person who talks to 100 investors gets lucky and secures funding. The person who takes 100 risks gets lucky and finds a breakthrough. It was never luck. It was relentless action. Most people take one shot and quit when they fail. The strong take 100 shots and succeed because they refuse to stop. So the question is, how many shots are you taking? Because if you aren't taking enough, don't cry about not being lucky. Step 5. Own your fate. Luck belongs to the ruthless. The world doesn't reward the passive. It rewards the relentless. The ones who prepare, the ones who move, the ones who see every failure as a stepping stone and every setback as fuel. That's who luck finds. Not the complainers, not the excuse makers, not the dreamers who wait for a perfect moment. So, who will you be? Another person waiting for a break? Or the one who forces the world to give them what they want? Decide, move, create your own luck. Lesson 8 ends here. Your rise begins now. Lesson 9. Next step, not the entire staircase. Step 1. Overthinking is the death of action. How many times have you had a goal, an idea, a dream, a plan, and then killed it before it even started? What if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if I don't know enough yet? So you sit there, trapped in your own mind, analyzing every possible outcome, every risk, every step before you even take the first one. And in the end, you do nothing. Because hesitation is the graveyard of ambition. The people who win in life, they don't wait until they have every step mapped out. They take the next step, then the next, then the next. And before they know it, they're standing at the top. Step 2. The illusion of certainty. You'll never have all the answers. You want to know why most people never start? Because they want guarantees. They want a perfect plan. They want to know exactly how it will all work out before they even begin. But that's not how life works. You don't need to see the whole road to start walking. You don't need to know every detail before you begin. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to move. Because movement creates momentum, and momentum creates clarity. But if you wait for certainty, you'll stay exactly where you are. Step 3. Action creates opportunity. Most people sit around waiting for opportunities. They hope something will magically appear, that life will hand them a sign, that success will knock on their door. But here's the truth. Action creates opportunities. The person who starts a business, even if they don't know everything, will find solutions along the way. The person who starts training, even if they don't have the perfect plan, will still get stronger. The person who takes the first step, even if they stumble, will still be ahead of the ones who never moved. Every time you act, you open doors you didn't even know existed. But you will never see those doors if you stay still. Step 4. Kill the fear of failure. Every misstep is a lesson. Why do people hesitate? Because they fear failure. But failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. Every mistake, every misstep, every setback, it's all part of the path. It's data, it's feedback, it's how you learn. The ones who succeed are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail, adapt, and keep going. They are the ones who understand that failure is just a step forward in disguise. So stop trying to get everything right. Stop trying to avoid mistakes. Embrace them. Because every lesson you learn gets you closer to the top. Step 5. Just take the next step. That's it. You don't need to know how it all works out. You don't need to see every detail. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to take the next step. Not the entire staircase. Not the whole journey. Just the next move. And once you take that step, the next one will reveal itself. And the next. And the next. And before you know it, you're at the top. So stop overthinking. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Take the step. Right now. Lesson 9 ends here. Your climb begins now. Final lesson. Master these laws or be forgotten. Step 1. The choice. Stay the same or become unstoppable. You've seen the laws. You've been given the map. You know what separates the powerful from the weak. But none of it matters if you don't act. Most people will read these lessons, feel a spark of motivation, and then do nothing. They'll go back to their old habits, their old excuses, their old life. But the few, the ones who take this seriously, will change everything. Which one will you be? Step 2. The cost of stagnation. Time is eating you alive. Every second you hesitate, you lose. You lose time you can't get back. You lose momentum that could have carried you forward. You lose opportunities that others are taking while you wait. The world is not waiting for you. It's moving. Fast. And every moment you spend standing still, someone else is out there building, grinding, taking what they want. If you don't move now, you will get left behind. And when you wake up years from now, stuck in the same place, watching others live the life you once dreamed of, that's when regret will destroy you. So move. Now step 3. Burn the old version of yourself. The version of you that hesitates, that doubts, that makes excuses. Kill it. Bury it. Leave it behind. It's dead now. Because that version of you will never win. The weak version of you? Burn it. The fearful version of you? Burn it. The hesitant version of you? Burn it. Only the ruthless, relentless, unstoppable version of you survives from this moment forward. Step 4. Live the laws. Every single day. These laws are not a one-time motivation boost. They are a way of life. If you don't believe you can shape the world, you will always be controlled by those who do. If you don't see yourself as the hero, you will always be a background character in someone else's story. If you lie to yourself, your own mind will be your prison. If you allow weak thoughts, you will build a weak future. If you don't know where you're heading, you will end up nowhere. If you don't master the process, you will never touch the prize. If you let fear control you, you will always be a slave. If you wait for luck, you will never move. If you hesitate on the next step, you will never climb. This is the truth. And now, you know it. Step 5. There is no tomorrow. Act now or stay forgotten. There is no waiting. There is no later. There is no someday. You either act now or you never will. This is your moment, the final test. You know what to do, so do it. Your future begins now. Now you know the truth. The world was never built by the smartest. It was built by the boldest. The ones who took risks, who moved despite fear, who refused to wait for permission. And now, it's your turn. You can walk away from this video, let the fire fade, and go back to your old life. Or you can make the decision, the one that separates the weak from the powerful. Because nothing changes unless you move. Nothing happens unless you act. The choice is yours. Stay the same and be forgotten. Or rise and take control of everything that's yours. No more hesitation. No more excuses. No more waiting. Your time starts now.